You know, I've been thinking lately, thinking about how we've gotten to this place where we expect everything to be easy, where we look for shortcuts and quick fixes like they're going out of style. But let me tell you something, friends, it's supposed to be hard. That's right. Life, success, achievement, it's all supposed to be hard. And you want to know why? Because that's what makes it worth something. That's what gives it value. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I don't want it to be hard. I want it to be easy. Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly valued something that came easy? When was the last time you cherished something that you didn't have to work for? I'll tell you, never, because that's not how we're built. We're not designed to appreciate the easy things. We're designed to grow, to overcome, to conquer. And you can't do any of those things without a challenge. You see, back in my day, we understood this. We didn't shy away from hard work. We didn't run from challenges. We embraced them. We knew that the struggle was where the growth happened. We knew that the obstacles were what made us stronger. But somewhere along the line, we lost that. We started looking for the easy way out. We started believing that if something was hard, it meant we weren't cut out for it. But let me tell you, that's a load of hogwash if I ever heard one. The fact that something is hard doesn't mean you're not cut out for it. It means you're being given an opportunity to become the person who is cut out for it. It's an invitation to grow, to evolve, to become more than you were yesterday. Now, I'm not saying you should go out looking for hardship. I'm not telling you to make your life more difficult than it needs to be. What I'm saying is that when you encounter difficulties, and you will, because that's life, don't try to avoid them. Face them head on. Because here's the truth, folks. The hard things in life are usually the things most worth doing. The challenges you face are the chisel that's sculpting you into the person you're meant to be. Think about it. Think about anything worthwhile you've ever achieved in your life. I bet it wasn't easy, was it? I bet there were moments when you wanted to give up, when you thought you couldn't do it. But you pushed through. You persevered. And when you finally achieved it, wasn't it that much sweeter because of the struggle? That's what I'm talking about. That's the beauty of embracing the hard things in life. They make the victories that much sweeter. They make the achievements that much more meaningful. But here's the kicker. It's not just about the end result. It's about who you become in the process. You see, when you tackle something difficult, when you push yourself beyond what you thought you were capable of, you're not just achieving a goal, you're becoming a stronger, more capable, more resilient version of yourself. And isn't that what we're all after, really? To become the best versions of ourselves? To reach our full potential? Well, let me tell you, you're not going to get there by taking the easy road. You're going to get there by embracing the challenges, by doing the hard things. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, but what if I fail? What if I try and it doesn't work out? Well, let me let you in on a little secret. Failure is part of the process. In fact, it's a crucial part of the process. You see, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you learn something. You grow. You get a little bit closer to where you want to be. I remember when I was starting out, I failed more times than I can count. I had more doors slammed in my face than I care to remember. But you know what? Each of those failures taught me something. Each of those rejections made me a little bit stronger, a little bit wiser. And that's the thing about embracing the hard things in life. It's not about being perfect. It's not about never failing. It's about having the courage to keep going even when things get tough. It's about picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and trying again. Because here's the truth. Success isn't for the faint of heart. It's not for those who give up at the first sign of trouble. It's for those who are willing to face the challenges head on, who are willing to do the hard work, who are willing to fail and try again. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not strong enough. I'm not brave enough. I'm not smart enough. Well, let me tell you something. You're stronger than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're certainly smarter than you give yourself credit for. You see, we all have this incredible reservoir of potential inside of us. We all have the capacity to achieve great things. But that potential, that capacity, it doesn't just manifest itself. It needs to be challenged. It needs to be tested. It needs to be pushed to its limits. That's where the hard things come in. That's where the challenges play their part. They're not there to break you. They're there to reveal you, to show you what you're truly capable of. Think about a diamond for a moment. You know how diamond is formed? Under immense pressure? That's right. It takes extreme conditions, extreme hardship to create something of such beauty and value. And you, my friend, are no different. The challenges you face, the hardships you endure, they're not there to crush you. They're there to polish you, to refine you, to turn you into the diamond you were meant to be. But here's the thing, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be a smooth, easy journey. There will be days when you want to give up. There will be times when you question whether it's all worth it. And in those moments, I want you to remember this. It is worth it. You are worth it. The person you're becoming, the life you're creating, it's all worth the struggle, the pain, the hardship, because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's not about avoiding difficulties. It's not about taking the easy road. It's about embracing the challenges, facing your fears, and becoming the best version of yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. In fact, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard. There will be days when you feel like you can't go on. There will be moments when you want to throw in the towel. But in those moments, I want you to remember this. You're stronger than you think. You're more capable than you know. And you have it within you to overcome any obstacle, to conquer any challenge. You see, the human spirit is an incredible thing. It has the capacity to endure, to persevere, to triumph over seemingly impossible odds. And that spirit is within each and every one of you. But here's the catch. That spirit, that strength, it doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It needs to be cultivated. It needs to be nurtured. And most importantly, it needs to be challenged. That's why the hard things in life are so important. They're not just obstacles to be overcome. They're opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. Think about it like this. When you go to the gym, you don't get stronger by lifting weights that are easy for you. You get stronger by pushing yourself, by lifting weights that challenge you, that make your muscles burn and your body ache. And life is no different. You don't grow by doing things that are easy. You don't become stronger by avoiding challenges. You grow, you become stronger by facing those challenges head on, by doing the things that scare you, that push you out of your comfort zone. Now I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm comfortable where I am. Why should I push myself? Why should I make things harder for myself? Well, let me ask you this. Are you truly happy where you are? Are you truly fulfilled? Because here's the truth. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Comfort is what keeps us stuck, what keeps us from reaching our full potential. You see, when we're comfortable, we stop pushing ourselves. We stop growing. We become stagnant. And in today's world, stagnation is death. If you're not growing, you're dying. That's why it's so important to embrace the hard things in life, to seek out challenges, to push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Because when you do that, when you push yourself, when you face those challenges head on, something amazing happens. You start to grow. You start to change. You start to become the person you were always meant to be. And let me tell you, there's no feeling in the world quite like it. There's nothing quite like the sense of accomplishment you feel when you overcome a challenge you thought was impossible. There's nothing quite like the pride you feel when you look back and see how far you've come. But here's the thing, that feeling, that sense of accomplishment, it doesn't come from doing what's easy. It doesn't come from staying in your comfort zone. It comes from pushing yourself, from doing the hard things. Now, I'm not saying you have to make every aspect of your life difficult. I'm not telling you to go out and seek hardship for the sake of hardship. What I'm saying is that when challenges come your way, and they will, because that's life, don't try to avoid them. Embrace them, because those challenges, those difficulties, they're not just obstacles to be overcome. They're opportunities to learn, to grow, to become stronger. Think about some of the most successful people in history, do you think they got where they are by taking the easy road? Do you think they achieved greatness by avoiding challenges? Of course not. They got where they are by facing those challenges head on, by doing the hard things, by pushing themselves beyond what they thought they were capable of. And you know what? You have that same potential within you. You have the capacity to achieve greatness, to do amazing things, to live an extraordinary life. But it's not going to happen by itself. It's not going to happen by taking the easy road. It's going to happen by embracing the challenges, by doing the hard things, by pushing yourself to become the best version of yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I'm not cut out for it? What if I'm not smart enough, or talented enough, or strong enough? Well, let me tell you something. Success isn't about being the smartest, or the most talented, or the strongest. It's about being the most determined. It's about being willing to do what others won't. It's about being willing to push yourself when others give up. You see, talent is overrated. Natural ability is overrated. What really matters is effort. What really matters is persistence. What really matters is the willingness to keep going even when things get tough. Because here's the truth. Success isn't about never failing. It's about never giving up. It's about falling down 7 times and getting up 8. It's about facing your fears, overcoming your doubts, and pushing through the hard times. And let me tell you, when you do that, when you push through those hard times, when you overcome those challenges, you become unstoppable. You become a force to be reckoned with. Because here's the thing, every challenge you overcome, every obstacle you conquer, it makes you stronger. It makes you more resilient. It makes you more capable of facing whatever life throws your way. And in today's world, that's a superpower. In a world where so many people are looking for the easy way out, where so many people give up at the first sign of difficulty, the ability to persevere, to push through the hard times, that's what sets you apart. That's what makes you successful. That's what makes you extraordinary. But here's the catch. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. There will be days when you want to give up. There will be times when you question whether it's all worth it. And in those moments, I want you to remember this. It is worth it. You are worth it. The person you're becoming, the life you're creating, it's all worth the struggle, the pain, the hardship. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's not about avoiding difficulties. It's not about taking the easy road. It's about embracing the challenges, facing your fears, and becoming the best version of yourself. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, but how do I do it? How do I embrace the hard things? How do I push myself to do what's difficult? Well, let me tell you, it starts with a decision. A decision to stop running from challenges and start facing them head on. A decision to stop looking for the easy way out and start embracing the hard road. And once you make that decision, it's about taking action. It's about doing something every day that pushes you out of your comfort zone. It's about facing your fears one small step at a time. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe it's starting that project you've been putting off. Maybe it's taking that risk you've been afraid to take. Whatever it is, do it. Take that step. Face that fear. Because every time you do, you get a little bit stronger. You get a little bit braver. You get a little bit closer to becoming the person you want to be. And here's the beautiful thing. As you start to do this, as you start to embrace the hard things, something amazing happens. The hard things start to become easier. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable start to feel manageable. Not because the challenges themselves have changed, but because you have changed. You've become stronger. You've become more resilient. You've become more capable. And that, my friends, is the power of embracing the hard things in life. It's not just about achieving your goals, although that's certainly part of it. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve those goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who can face any challenge, overcome any obstacle. Because here's the truth. The person you become in the process of achieving your goals is far more important than the goals themselves. The strength you develop, the resilience you build, the character you forge, That's what really matters. That's what will stay with you long after you've achieved your goals. That's what will carry you through whatever challenges life throws your way. So embrace the hard things. Welcome the challenges. Face your fears head on, because it's in those moments of difficulty, those moments of struggle, that you truly discover what you're made of. And let me tell you, you're made of stronger stuff than you know. You have within you the power to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any goal, to live any dream. But that power doesn't just manifest itself. It needs to be challenged, it needs to be tested, it needs to be pushed to its limits. So don't shy away from the hard things in life. Don't run from the challenges. Embrace them, welcome them, because they're not just obstacles to be overcome. They're opportunities to grow, to learn, to become the best version of yourself. Remember, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to push you to your limits, because that's where growth happens. That's where change occurs. That's where you become the person you were always meant to be. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, the next time you're confronted with something difficult, don't back down. Don't give up. Stand tall. Face it head on. And remember, it's supposed to be hard. But you're stronger than you think. You're more capable than you know. And you have within you everything you need to overcome whatever life throws your way. Because at the end of the day, that's what life is all about. It's not about avoiding difficulties. It's not about taking the easy road. It's about embracing the challenges, facing your fears, and becoming the best version of yourself. So go out there and do the hard things. Push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Face your fears. Overcome your doubts, and watch as you transform into the person you've always dreamed of becoming. Because remember, it's supposed to be hard. But that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you extraordinary. So embrace the challenge, welcome the struggle, and never ever give up on your dreams. Because you're capable of more than you know, you're stronger than you think, and the best is yet to come. Now go out there and make it happen. The world is waiting for you to show up, to step up, to become the person you were always meant to be. And it all starts with embracing the hard things. Remember, success is not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who give up at the first sign of trouble. It's for those who are willing to face the challenges head on, who are willing to do the hard work, who are willing to fail and try again. You see, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. And you create yourself through the challenges you face, through the obstacles you overcome, through the hard things you do. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but what if I'm not ready? What if I'm not prepared for the challenges ahead? Well, let me tell you something. You'll never be fully ready. You'll never be fully prepared. And that's okay, because readiness is a myth. It's a lie we tell ourselves to avoid taking action, to avoid facing our fears, to avoid doing the hard thing. The truth is, you become ready by doing. You become prepared by facing the challenges head on. You grow stronger by pushing yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Think about a butterfly for a moment. You know how a butterfly comes into being? It starts as a caterpillar, then wraps itself in a cocoon. And in that cocoon, it goes through a process of complete transformation. Now here's the interesting part. When it's time for the butterfly to emerge, it has to struggle. It has to fight its way out of that cocoon. And that struggle, that fight, it's crucial. It's what strengthens the butterfly's wings, what prepares it for flight. If you were to help the butterfly, if you were to cut open the cocoon to make it easier, you'd be doing it a disservice. Because without that struggle, its wings wouldn't develop properly. It wouldn't be strong enough to fly. And you, my friend, are no different. The struggles you face, the challenges you overcome, they're strengthening your wings, they're preparing you for flight, they're transforming you into the person you're meant to be. But here's the thing, the transformation, that growth, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a one-time event, it's a process, a journey. And like any journey, it has its ups and downs, its twists and turns. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, when everything seems to be going your way. And there will be days when you feel like giving up, when the challenges seem too great to overcome. But in those moments of doubt, in those moments of difficulty, I want you to remember this. You're stronger than you think. You're more capable than you know. And you have within you everything you need to overcome whatever life throws your way. You see, success isn't about never facing difficulties. It's not about having an easy life. Success is about how you face those difficulties. It's about how you handle the challenges that come your way. It's about having the courage to keep going when things get tough. It's about having the strength to pick yourself up when you fall. It's about having the determination to keep pushing forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Because here's the truth. The path to success is never a straight line. It's not a smooth, easy journey. It's filled with twists and turns, with ups and downs, with obstacles and challenges. But each of those obstacles, each of those challenges, they're not just roadblocks. They're opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, to become stronger. Think about it like this. When you're climbing a mountain, the summit isn't your only goal. Sure, reaching the top is important, but it's the climb itself that makes you stronger. It's the challenges you face along the way that build your character, that test your resolve, that reveal what you're truly capable of. And life is no different. The challenges you face, the obstacles you overcome, they're not just things to get past. They're the very things that shape you, that mold you, that transform you into the person you're meant to be. So don't shy away from the hard things. Don't run from the challenges. Embrace them, welcome them, because they're not just obstacles to be overcome. They're opportunities to grow, to learn, to become the best version of yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but what if I fail? What if I try my hardest and still don't succeed? Well, let me tell you something. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a part of success. You see, failure isn't something to be feared. It's something to be learned from. Every failure, every setback, every mistake, it's a lesson. An opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Do you think they never failed? Do you think they never faced setbacks? Of course not. They failed time and time again. But you know what set them apart? They didn't let those failures define them. They didn't let those setbacks stop them. They learned from their mistakes, they adjusted their approach, and they kept moving forward. And that's what I want for you. I want you to embrace failure, not fear it. I want you to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. I want you to understand that every mistake, every failure, every setback, it's just another opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. Because here's the truth. Success isn't about never falling down. It's about how quickly you get back up. It's about learning from your mistakes, adjusting your approach, and trying again. And when you adopt that mindset, when you embrace the challenges, when you welcome the hard things, that's when true growth happens. That's when real change occurs. That's when you start to become the person you were always meant to be. So don't be afraid of the hard things. Don't run from the challenges. Face them head on. Embrace them, because they're not just obstacles to be overcome. They're opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. Remember, it's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to push you to your limits, because that's where growth happens. That's where change occurs. That's where you become the person you were always meant to be. So go out there and do the hard things. Push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. Face your fears. Overcome your doubts. And watch as you transform into the person you've always dreamed of becoming. Because remember, it's supposed to be hard. But that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes you stronger. That's what makes you extraordinary. So embrace the challenge, welcome the struggle, and never ever give up on your dreams, because you're capable of more than you know. You're stronger than you think, and the best is yet to come. Now let's talk about something that often holds people back from embracing the hard things. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of the unknown. Fear of not being good enough. You know, fear is a funny thing. It's designed to protect us, to keep us safe. But too often it ends up holding us back. It keeps us in our comfort zone, prevents us from taking risks, from chasing our dreams. But here's the thing about fear. It's not real. It's just a feeling, a thought. And you have the power to change your thoughts, to control your feeling. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Overcoming fear is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But it's also one of the most rewarding, because when you learn to face your fears, when you learn to push through them, that's when real growth happens. That's when you start to discover what you're truly capable of. Think about it like this. On the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. All your dreams, all your goals, all your aspirations, they're waiting for you. But to get to them, you have to walk through your fear. And yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But that discomfort, that fat fear, it's a sign that you're growing. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself. It's a sign that you're on the right path. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, the next time you feel like backing down from a challenge, I want you to remember this. Fear is just a feeling. It's not a fact. It's not reality. It's just your mind trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you in your comfort zone. But growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Success doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Life doesn't happen in your comfort zone. So step out, take that risk, face that fear, because on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever wanted. And remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about pushing through the discomfort, facing the unknown, and coming out stronger on the other side, because that's what life is all about. It's about growth. It's about change. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And that doesn't happen by staying safe. It doesn't happen by avoiding challenges. It happens by embracing the hard things, by facing your fears, by pushing yourself beyond what you think you're capable of.